To your boy Shiver Speaks, man. Before I get anything started, make sure you guys pound the like button, pound the subscribe button, and also pound the like and subscribe buttons to my homeboys, Millaboy Gaming and Heemz Gaming. They do gaming, they do live streaming. Why didn't we catch a boy up and pick some ass alongside them? Okay, this is the season 4 finale of Supergirl, The Quest for Peace, and this episode was pretty damn lit from the very fucking beginning. We get pretty much like a flashback of last week's episodes, this last minutes. It's pretty damn lit, man. Lex has finally, pretty much got everyone in his hand. For the most part, he's manipulated everyone, and now even has the president thinking that Supergirl's, public enemy number one. Of course, Red Daughter is still at his fingertips for any use. The president is so damn amazed by Lex's work that he literally makes him the head of director of alien affairs. And that's when the attack happened. And just when that happened, man, just so much went down. I mean, you have Red Daughter failing to kill Supergirl, to which Lex actually ends up killing her, mind you, and he ends up saying, I can't believe you even trusted me. Because remember, they met up at the beach, and that's where he seemingly killed her. Now, mind you, Lex also thought that Supergirl was dead, so that's why in the final battle, when he has his powered up Lexo suit, which he uses from the powers of the aliens that he has up in these battery chambers, to power up his Lexo suit, so that way he can power the world, I guess, or protect the world, as Lex puts it. He wasn't able to get away. Supergirl, since the Red Daughter was killed, after she took a direct hit from kryptonite and she died, Supergirl absorbed her power. She absorbed her, and thus absorbing the Hair in her system as well, which is why her eyes had very purplish beams instead of the usual blue. Now, Supergirl came prepared because she had her suit on, her special kryptonite suit on, so no kryptonite phased her for the most part. Now, mind you, she tried to save Lex because she's not a killer at the end of the day, she's not a killer. Lex said he would rather die, so he ends up falling to his death, and his suit exploding. But that's not before Lena actually gets her mix in with Lex, her own brother. So as she shoots him dead, he reveals Kara's secret identity. Now, mind you, throughout the episode, we see Ben Lockwood and James face off too. There were three big fights. You had James and Alex versus Lockwood. You had Brainy versus Lockwood. Then you had Kara versus Lex. So all that stuff came into play. Now, mind you, Brainy is still emotionless at this point until Nia realizes that they have to destroy like a huge battery, right? So John does what he has to do. They realize that Shelly Island is a perfect spot, for them to really handle their business. And so, in order to get the human brain back, they have to destroy that battery somehow. And I can't remember exactly what John did, but it seems like John was ready to just kill the core of that battery, even if it meant himself dying. Luckily, John doesn't end up dying. Instead, he sees another Martian with the monitor, while the monitor sees Lex's corpse, maybe to resurrect him somehow. I'm not really sure. And after everything is done, well, I'm sorry, not even before that, actually, Kara publishes an expose on Lex Luthor, the real Lex Luthor. Because remember, like I said, Lex has everyone in the palm of his hands, thinking that he's this good guy. And so Kara was actually able to publish her expose on Lex Luthor to get everyone else on her side once more, to open their minds. Now, here's the funny thing about Ben Lockwood, because like I said, he had a fight with James and Alex. Now, the funny thing about those two when they fought was they actually end up unpowering each other in the midst of their fight. Ben Lockwood actually ends up in prison, along with Eve, who says that Leviathan is watching, as well as his son George ends up becoming an advocate for trees, which I think is great. But at the same time, I guess you could say human brain is back, I guess, to some extent. But then, like I said, they hang up I think very end of the episode though. They go over to John's place, to hang out, things of that nature, and Lena walks up in there like as if nothing happened at all. And I really look forward to next season's episode. It comes back in the fall on Sundays at 9 o'clock. This has been your boy Shiver Speaks, man. If I missed anything, I apologize. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to have a discussion about this. This has been your boy Shiver Speaks, man. Peace and love.